Welcome to week 2 of UGA Extension Walking into Wellness. This week, we're going to talk about how to read nutrition labels. We're going to break down the whole nutrition label step by step to make sure you have a proper understanding of what those numbers and what those words actually mean on those labels that we see on all the different kinds of food that we buy in the stores. We're going to start off by looking at servings per container. So, servings per container, that is the amount of food or drink that is the total number of servings in the entire food package or containers that is generally served. That is that number right up there where it says 8 servings per container. Next, we're going to talk about serving size. What does a serving size mean? The serving size must be based on the amount of food that people typically consume rather than how much they should consume. So, how much they typically consume. Somehow they put all these folks into a room and they have them eat the amount that they think they should be eating. They then put all that data together, and that's how they come up with a serving size. So again, it's how much people typically consume rather than how much they should consume. Next, we're going to talk about what is that daily value, all those percentages that we see on the right-hand side of our nutrition labels. The daily value tells you how much of a nutrient in a serving of food contributes to your daily diet. So 160 milligrams of sodium here on the slide, that is 7% of the total daily value that you should have in your daily diet. Calories are next. Calorie refers to the total number of calories. And when we say calories, we mean energy that we're getting from all sources, from carbohydrates, fats, protein, and alcohol in a serving of a food or a beverage. And as you can see here with this new nutrition label that came out a few years ago, calories has been increased in size significantly from its previous iterations. So let's talk about fat. This is the number of how much fat is in a single serving of food. Now, although too much fat can lead to health problems, our bodies do need some fats, and we want to make sure we're getting those good fats in our diet. Some good examples of good fats would be olive oils and avocados, and nuts are good sources of fats. Fats are an important source of energy. They contain twice as much energy per gram as carbohydrate or protein. Now, fats provide insulation and cushioning for the skin, bones, and our internal organs. And fat also carries and helps store certain vitamins like vitamins A, D, E, and K. Cholesterol is important in building healthy cells, making vitamin D and some hormones. Now, cholesterol can become a problem if the amount in the blood is too high, and having too much cholesterol in your blood can increase your chances of having a heart attack or a stroke later in life. Sodium is a part of salt. Now, sodium is needed for fluid balance, but too much can contribute to high blood pressure. I know that my stepdad growing up was a bricklayer, and he would always have salt tabs that he would take with his lunch every day because he was out in the sun sweating every single day, losing a lot of fluids, and he was making sure his sodium balance was proper by eating salt tabs. Almost all foods have small amounts of sodium, but many processed foods, like those foods that are located in the middle of the grocery store, those are generally high in sodium if they are more processed. Carbohydrates, we've all heard the phrase carbohydrates are the enemy, but carbohydrates are essential. They're an important source of energy. The food label here gives you the total carbohydrates along with fiber, total sugars, and added sugars. Dietary fiber itself has no calories, but it's a necessary part of a healthy diet. Eating foods that are high in fiber can help you feel full, and it promotes regular bowel movements. High fiber diets can also lower your cholesterol levels and may help reduce the risk of certain colon cancers. I think the most interesting part about that is fiber has no calories itself, so you're really getting no nutritional benefit from fiber. It is really just in your body to help things move along and to lower your cholesterol. Some foods, and we're talking about sugar on this slide, some foods naturally contain sugar like fruit and milk. Snack foods like candy and soda, on the other hand, have high amounts of added sugar. And as you can see on this nutrition label here, added sugar is new on this new nutrition label as of a few years ago. So companies now have to tell you exactly how much sugar they're putting into the product, rather than before where it just said sugar and you didn't really know whether it was added sugar or whether the sugar was occurring naturally in the food. The 2020 Dietary Guidelines for Americans recommends limiting calories from added sugars to less than 10% of our daily calories. So for a 2,000 calorie diet, that's less than 50 grams of added sugars per day. Now, if you look at, actually, we have an example here. If you look at a granola bar, I have a granola bar right here, And this granola bar, it is a Kind granola bar. This granola bar has 8 grams of sugar, and 6 of those grams of sugar are added sugars. So if I can put it up here, 6 of those added sugars are added sugars to the product. So 2 of the sugars that are in this snack here are naturally occurring, but they went ahead and added 6 grams of sugar to that product. Let's talk about protein. Protein makes up most of the body, including muscles, skins, organs, tissues, and the immune system. Now, if the body doesn't get enough carbohydrates or fats, it can use protein for energy. A lot of times when folks go on those low to no carbohydrate diets, carbohydrates are used for energy first, and then the body goes ahead and burns fat as a second fuel source. And if there's no fats to burn, it starts building energy for protein. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Let's talk about the vitamins and nutrients. The FDA requires listing some very important vitamins and minerals on the nutrition facts label. These vitamins that are required to be on the label include vitamin D. We need vitamin D to absorb calcium and to build bones and keep them strong. Vitamin D also plays a part in heart health and fighting infection. Calcium is listed. We need calcium for strong bones. It keeps our nerves and muscles working with the heart as an important part. Iron, it helps the body make new, healthy red blood cells. Not enough iron leads to anemia. And the last thing we'll talk about today is potassium. Like sodium, it is important for fluid balance and helps us control our blood pressure. Anybody that's ever had a cramp before, somebody might tell you to go eat a vitamin because or go eat a banana because the nutrients inside of a banana can help you reduce the risks and occurrences of cramps. That is all the discussion we have for today. I hope we had a pretty good overview of the lesson. If you have any questions, just watch the video again. I look forward to seeing you guys on our walk. It's going to be beautiful tomorrow morning. We will see you at 8 o'clock at the Botanical Gardens. Have a great day.